We are talking about, we'll start with the lookup function, but before lookup functions, we need to understand what is absolute versus relative reference. What is the use of if and nested if conditions. We'll also talk about use of VLOOKUP followed with match functions, VLOOKUP and match functions together, how to go for VLOOKUP with left value selections, how to go for XLOOKUP, the difference between VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. We'll also talk about HLOOKUP with match, index with match function, offset with match function. Then ultimately we'll be landing with how to go for designing the data models. And finally, we'll do some industry practicals to understand, okay, this is how we need to understand the use of lookup functions. Now, let me go and continue this class here, guys. We will talk about, guys, what is called relative versus what is called absolute reference. Okay, what is relative versus reference and what is absolute reference? For example, guys, if I have given this data, I'm going to paste it over here, and what I'm trying to do in this, I want to get the cell values. How should you go for getting the cell values? You will say equal sign, get the value from this cell, and you drag it to the right, to the down, you get the same values which is replicated to here because you are giving a cell reference. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Guys, do you understand what I did here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So please go on mute. So when you go for giving a reference to the cell, this is called relative reference. What do you call this, guys, here? Relative reference. Always remember what is the use of relative reference. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the same thing is given here. What we will do here, I'll say equal sign, get the value from this cell and try to make fix. When you make this fix, you're making fix to what? The column F and row number 23, right? So you're fixing by pressing F4 or a function F4, or manually you can put dollar symbol before column F, dollar symbol before column row number 23. If you do so, what is it happening? It is coming to 70,000. If you drag it to the right, to the down, it is going to give the same reference value because it is fixed to your row and column. So this is called absolute reference by row and column. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Are you getting this?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, what we will do here, I'll copy the same thing. I'll paste it here now. In this example, what we will do here, I will say equal sign, get the value from this cell where I make my column F is fixed by putting a dollar symbol before column F. If I do so, I can see my column F, row 33 to 37 is fixed to all the column because column F value is fixed now. So this is called absolute reference by what? By the column. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
If you copy this here, going to this, and if you are trying to get the output as the cell value where you are making row 43 as fixed. So what is happening? Row 43 is going to fix for all. This is called absolute reference by row. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes.
Clear now? So did you understand what is called relative reference? What is called absolute reference by rows and columns? What is called absolute reference by row? What is the column? What is the absolute reference by row? Is this clear to all? In row, you can see this entire value is falling. In column, you can see the entire value is going to repeat to all. In absolute row and column, absolute reference by rows and column, this value is going to be fixed to all. And in this, the entire value is going to come here because it is a relative reference. Does it make sense to all of you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll have a test. Ready for the test, guys, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Now, if it's the test, tell me, this is the value which is given for brand and country wise sales is given. Now, if you get the values like this, what does it mean? What is that called? Select. This is a reference of what? Absolute reference or relative reference, absolute reference by rows column, or absolute reference by row, or absolute reference by column. What is this? This example, what is this? What do you say?
Absolute reference. Absolute reference by column.
By column?
Rows and column.
This is called absolute reference by rows and column. Okay. Tell me what is this example is for?
Relative reference.
Sorry?
Relative reference.
Relative reference.
Very good. Awesome, guys. How about this?
Absolute reference by column.
Absolute reference of column.
Awesome. Very good, guys. Very good. What is this?
Absolute reference of row.
Reference by row.
Reference by row.
Oh, very good. Now you understand, guys, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. So now if you understand what is absolute reference by rows and columns, absolute reference by rows, absolute reference by columns, what is relative reference? Trust me, guys, your life is very, very easy in Excel. Shall I consider everybody understood this concept? Yes or no?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Now I will talk about, guys, if nested if conditions. What is if nested if? It is given the student name, it is given the score, how much they score in the exam. You need to find out the result. If the score is greater than or equal to 50, we call them pass. If the score is less than 50, we call them fail. So how to go for writing this? You will say if the score is greater or equal to 50, then we call this as pass. Else, you will call them as fail. Does it make sense to all of you? Are you getting this, guys? How to give that? So now if I drag this, I can see whoever is pass, whoever is fail, these all are coming here. So ultimately, what you did here, copy this. I just simply write here that this is how you got this answer to this question. Making sense to all of you guys, everyone? Understood?
Yes, sir.
So I just put it this way so that you can understand, guys. You got it? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, this is the output which is coming. Is it use of absolute reference by rows and columns or relative reference? What is happening to this? Look at the formula and tell me.
Relative. Relative.
Yes, this is relative reference. Okay. Now, guys, we will go for creating something for your division. If the score is greater or equal to 60, we call this first division. Score is greater or equal to 50, we call this second division. Score is greater or equal to 40, we call third division. Score is greater or equal to 30 is called pass. Less than 30 is fail. Where is it greater or equal to 50 means it is greater or equal to 50, but less than 60, which is 59. Are you getting this? Now, how to go for getting this result here? You will write if this is greater or equal to 60, we'll call them as what? First division. Again, if this is greater or equal to 50, we'll call them as second division. Again, if this is greater or equal to, what do you write here, guys? Next condition is what? 40. We'll call them as third division. Again, if this is greater or equal to 30, we call them as what? Pass. Else the last condition would be what? Fail. How many times you have written if? This is called nested if. Within if, you're adding another if condition. How many if we have written? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have to close the bracket by 1, 2, 3, and 4. Enter. You can see who is coming third division, who is coming first division, who is coming second division, who is coming just pass, who is coming fail. These all are coming, everyone. If I make this code to 34, what will happen? It says pass. If I make this code to 15 is given here, I make it to 38, it's saying pass. So how these functions are coming here, guys? It is coming this way here. Can you see this, everyone? Guys, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So this is called if else condition, right? This is called if else condition. And this is called nested if conditions. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes.
Guys, did you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now it is saying here, based on this gender, customer ID, gender, age, number of trips, spend amount, you have to create the age bucket based on the age, saying that greater or equal to 60 is called old age, greater or equal to 50 is called mid old age, greater or equal to 40 is called mid age, greater or equal to 30 is called mid young age, less than 30 is called as young age. How to go for giving this? If the age is greater or equal to 60, you will call them as what? Old age. Again, if condition, if the age greater or equal to 50, you will call them as what? Mid old age. Again, if the age is greater or equal to 40, you will call them as what, guys? Mid age. Again, if this is greater or equal to 30, you will call them as what? Mid age. Else, you'll call them as what? Young age. Are you getting this? Everyone? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Now, how to go for making your visit bucket? If your number of trips is greater or equal to 30, I will call them as what? Loyal. Again, if the number of trips is greater or equal to 10, then we call this as regular. Else, we'll call them as casual. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Got it?
Yes, sir.
So if you make somebody's trips to 45, what will happen now? Loyal. If you make somebody's visits to 25, it will say as what? Regular. Whoever visit is coming to, let's say, 8 is coming as casual. Understood now, guys? Okay, good. How to go for spend bucket? Somebody spending more than $1,000 is called premier, 500 to 1,000, advance, less than 500 retail. How to make this? If this is greater than equal to 1,000. What do you call this, guys, here? Again, if this is greater or equal to 500, what do you call them as? Advance, right? Else, you will call them as what? Retail. Just close the bracket twice. Did you understand, guys? How to go for finding advance, how to go for finding premier, how to go for finding a retail customer base. Understood? So
Yes.
ultimately, what you did here, guys, Control A, right? This is all about what? Your age bucket. Yes or no? This is where going to be visit bucket. How to go for creating this? Control A, Control C. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? And how to go for making this here? You will say understood now, guys, how to go for making age bucket, how to go for making visit bucket, how to go for making spend bucket. Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now we'll have a test 2. In the test 2, what it is given here, saying that this is given the loan account number, it is given this account opening date, it is given the loan type is personal loan they have opted for, it is given the loan amount, how much balance they have, and how many days past due. Past due means how many days they have covered, they have gone where they have not made the payment. So this customer is having 462 days now, has not made the payment. If it is coming 0 means they have made all the payment on time. Is that clear? So anybody is coming greater than 0, they're the bad customer. They're taking loan, they're not making the payment. Are you getting this, guys? Most recently, I want to give you a story to you guys to remember. One of our students who got selected in Bandhan Bank, right, to join them as an analyst. Before the joining date, they checked the civil score. They found that his civil score is very low because he has defaulted, or the late payment flag is against this customer, these candidates' civil score. Because of this late payment and the civil score, they didn't allow him to join. So very important nowadays, if you have any loan or something like that, you make the payment, you should not be defaulted. That will also impact towards your placement as well, right? So please make sure that we should not have this. Okay, now coming back to this question here, it's saying from this state code, you have to get the full name of the state. For example, if it is Karnataka, it is KA means it is Karnataka, KL means it's Kerala, MP means it is Madhya Pradesh, MH means it's Maharashtra, and if it is MN means it is Manipur, ML means Meghalaya, MG means Mizoram, NL means Nagaland, OD means Odisha. Are you getting it? So you have to give this state name here. So what do you write here? State underscore name. So how to get the state name? You will give the condition here. If this cell value is equal to, what is that? KA. What you'll call this as? Karnataka. Again, if this cell value is equal to what? KL. How do you call these guys here now? You will call this as Kerala. Okay. Again, if this cell value is equal to what? MP. How do you want to call these guys here? Madhya Pradesh. Again, if this cell value is equal to what? This cell value is equal to MH. What do you want to call these guys here?
Maharashtra.
Maharashtra. Okay. Again, if this cell value is equal to what, guys? MN. What will call this? Manipur. Again, if this cell value is equal to ML, what do you want to call this? Meghalaya. Again, if this cell value is equal to what? MG. What do you want to call this? You want to call this as Mizoram. Again, if the cell value is equal to NL, what do you want to call this? Nagaland. Okay. Again, if this cell value is equal to what? OD. What do you want to call this? Odisha. So can you close this bracket multiple times here? Yes or no? This is little hard to write, but that is where I will teach you today how to overcome this type of challenges. So ultimately what is happening guys here, make it merge and put it this way. Did you understand guys how we wrote this? Did you understand guys, everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now what is happening, you need to create this balance percentage. How to calculate the balance percentage? You will say the total balance over the loan has been given to the customer. It's saying loan balance percentage here. Yes or no guys? You can right click, you can do a format cell, make it to a percentage. You creating this expression here. Everyone, yes or no? Clear now? Now it's saying that create a delinquency bucket. What do you call this here guys? Delinquency. This is the banking term I'm using from the beginning. Days past due, DPD. So if it is 462 days, means 462 days from the last payment date, he has not made any payment. Okay. It says that how to go for this calculation here. If the DPD is greater than 180 days, it's called charge off. If it is 150 days to 180 days, it's called X plus 5 days. 122 to 150 days is called X plus 4 days, and so on. If it is greater than 0, it is X days. If it is 0, that means it is current. Understood? So how to go for giving this condition? You will say if this DPD is greater than 180, you will call them as what? Charge off. Again, if this DPD is greater than 150 days, what you want to call these guys here? X plus 5 days. Again, if this DPD is greater than what? 120 days, what do you call these guys here? X plus 4 days. Again, if this DPD, right, greater than what? 90 days, you will call them as what? X plus 3 days. Again, if this is greater than, what is that? 60 days, you will call them as what? X plus 2 days, right? Now, again, if this is greater than what? 30 days, right? What do you call these guys here? X plus 1 days. If this is greater than 0 days, what do you call these guys here? X days. Else you will call them as what? Current. Yes or no? How many times you'll close the bracket? You never know. Put the bracket, automatically system will take care. Clear now? So if you drag this down, you got these conditions are coming. Who are the current account? Who are the charge of? Who are the X plus 1 days? Everything you can get. If you go for making a filter, you can also see these all buckets are coming. Yes or no, guys? So this is how we go for giving it as what? As a Control C to copy this and paste it over here. Now, guys, we have to go for pasting these values to understand how normally this works. Everyone, are you getting this? Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Right? Now I'll go for risk segmentation. So what is called risk segmentation from the data? To get the risk segment, we will say that if the balance percent is greater than 60, that means a critical account. If the balance percent is 40 to 60 is high segment customer, high risk segment. Now, if it is 20% to 40%, medium risk segment. And if it is less than 10%, it is going to be low risk segment customer, right? So according to the risk segment, we should go for the collections. Yes or no? So how to go for doing this? You will give a condition saying that if this is greater than 60%, what you will call these guys here? Critical. Are you getting it? Again, if this is greater than 40%, what do you call these guys here? Medium? No. It is high. It is called high risk. Again, if this is what? Greater than 20%, it is called as what?
Medium.
Mid risk. Are you getting it? Else you will call them as what? Low risk. Close the bracket. So now we need to understand who are the customer, what action should be taken. Yes or no, guys, everyone? Are you getting this? Those are online, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
So this is how we go for creating this type of quick segmentation to report to the management about what is happening. Are you getting it? All of you? Right? Clear to all? Perfect. Now this is how, guys, we have completed, and I hope you understand how to go for writing your if nested if condition, what is called relative versus absolute reference. Is this clear to all of you? Everyone, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, guys, we'll be starting with what is called VLOOKUP and how does VLOOKUP works into reality. We'll talk about that. Okay. So what I'll do here before starting the VLOOKUP, I want to give some examples to you so that you can understand what is happening and how it is going to be. Now, let me do this way. Right. Okay. So imagine these many students' name is given. Can you see this, guys? These students' gender is given. Can you see this? These students' age is also given. Age is what? Random between, I'll put it 23 to 40 years of age. Making sense to all of you guys? What we did here? What we did here, guys? We have student name is given, gender is given, and age is given. Now, somebody has asked, hey, could you please get me student name, the age, and gender information about the student, like randomly pulled up this student's name. Right? So what is asked that? So this is your what? This is the table. Yes or no? This is the table. From this table, you have to find these are the lookup values. Yes or no? Lookup values for what? Student name, their age and gender. Correct? Understood? So Estila, what is the age? Can you tell me? Estila, what is the age? 36. What is the gender?
Female.
Female. Then tell me for Sana, what is that age?
40.
And gender is
40.
what?
40.
Female.
Don't you think it's a very manual thing? We have to do it one by one. We'll not go to the manual thing. What we'll write here? We'll write VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? Estila. What's the table array? This is my table array. Is this clear? Right? Now, it is asking what is the column index for age? Column is in this table array. The column is what? 1, 2, and 3. 3 is the column index. Then what is the range lookup is asking here? Range lookup is always 0. What is going to fix? Because I know my table array will not change. I'll make it fixed by absolute rows and column. Absolute reference by row and column. I fix this entirely. Understood? Now I drag it. Did it give me the right output, guys? Everyone, tell me. Understood? Now for gender, what will I write here? I will write VLOOKUP.
So
What is the lookup value?
So
This is
we
the
need to
lookup.
fix it. Yes, sir.
1 minute. So what is coming here? F2 is my lookup value. What is the table array? This is my table array. Yes or no? Starting from A1 to C25. Which is the column index for gender? Is second column. And range lookup is always 0, I said. Yes or no? Why I'm getting this fix? If I don't get this fix, if you drag it down, it will go from A1 to A2. Right? So I don't want to do that because my table array is fixed within the range of A1 to C25. So I have to press F4 to fix $A, $1 means it is fixed by rows and column. $C, $25, which is fixed by that cell. So the entire range is absolute rows and absolute reference by rows and columns. Now, if you drag this, you get the output. Clear now? Understood, guys? Right. What will happen if I don't use this as a reference? Are you getting it? What will happen if you don't use this as what? Absolute rows and reference, right? Are you getting it now, guys? If I drag this, what will happen? This is going from A1 to C25. In the next cell, it's showing A2 to C26. Can you see this? Then if you go to here, it's showing what? A3 to C. Unnecessary is moving to next. If we do not want that should be moved, what we have to do here? We have to fix this. Yes or no? If you fix, then you'll go for absolute reference by rows and columns. Did I answer your question, whoever was asking online?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right. Right? Okay. No worry, guys. So now you understand the use of VLOOKUP? Right. So VLOOKUP stands for what? Vertical lookup. Understood now, guys? What is VLOOKUP stands for? Vertical lookup. VLOOKUP criteria. So what are those VLOOKUP criteria? There are 4 criteria. One is lookup value. Second one is table array. Third one is what? Column index. Fourth one is, does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Clear now? So if you say I use this, yes or no? What is the lookup value? What's the table array? This is my table array. Yes or no? What is the column index? 3. What the range lookup? 0. Does it make sense to all of you guys?
Sir, what is the range lookup actually?
I'll come to that. I'll come to that with an example. But at this point of time, range lookup is always 0. Remember this. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's understand this. How many tables are there? Table 1 is there, yes or no? Which is given student name, gender, email ID. Table 2 is there, which is given student name, place name, and the state. You have given this table student name, gender, and email ID is given. You need to get the place name and state name. How will you get that? How will you get that? VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? Student name. Yes or no? What's the table array? This is my table array. Correct? What is the column index for place name? 2. Range lookup is always, I said, 0. What is going to fix here? My table array is not going to change. If I do that, did I get my output? I got my output. Why this NA is coming? Because this student name is not there in this table. Is it there in Bernard? No. Is there any Matthew? Or Cole? No, Cole is not there. Is there any Tonia? Tonia is also not there. Are you getting it? If the values are not there, it is saying NA. NA means not available. The VLOOKUP error means it is not error. It's saying the value is not available, which is NA. Same thing for the state code. What we'll do here? VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? This is the lookup value. What is the table array? This is my table array. Right? Are you getting it? Right? What is the column index for state? What is the range lookup? So, do you understand these guys, everyone? Got it? Is this clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Very good. Now tell me, guys, if you talk about VLOOKUP in this example, VLOOKUP as what? VLOOKUP stands for what, guys? Sorry?
Vertical lookup.
This stands for vertical lookup, right? How many criteria it has? What are those 4 criteria? Can anyone tell me?
Lookup value,
Lookup value, yes.
table array,
Table array, yes.
column index,
Very nice. Then
lookup
Range
range.
lookup.
range lookup. Are you getting this, guys? Everyone? Is this clear? Understood? Now, guys, you have to tell me one thing. What is the lookup value in this case?
X2.
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 What is this table array in this case?
R1 to T25.
R1 to T25. Very good. What is the column index?
2.
What is the range lookup?
0.
Does it make sense to all of you? Clear? Okay, very good. Now we'll have a test. Ready for the test, guys? Ready? Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is called my employee ID, first name, last name, gender, email ID, and the date of joining. That means I can select this. I can call the range name as what? Employee information info 1. Yes or no? In this table, it is given as what? Employee ID, social security number, phone number, place, country, city, and state code. So I'll be keeping this as called employee info 2. Yes or no, guys, everyone? So that means I have employee info 1 and have employee info 2. Now the next thing is coming here. From this employee ID, you want to get the first name, last name, gender. From where you will get the first name, last name, gender? First name, last name, and you will get the gender here. Yes or no? So how to get these values from that table? You will go for writing. What is the lookup value? What's the table array? Yes or no? You will use what? Match function. Match of what? First name over what? Then yes or no? Sorry, I should not go for match here. Now I'll go for info to get as what? First name. Which column index the first name is coming?
2.
2 and 0. See what happened, guys, here in this case. I'm not taking this table array. Table array is automatically coming as what? Range name. Because we have given info 1, we have given info 2 as a range name. So this is what is coming. You don't have to do anything here. Yes or no? Now, since you have these values, you can drag this. You can get the output here. Yes or no? Same thing for last name. What we'll do here? VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? Which is the table you'll go for looking at the last name? You will go for this info 1. Yes or no? Which column is the last name? Third. Range lookup is always what? 0. You got it here. How to go for gender? VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? This. What is the table array? This is my table array. Which is the column index for gender? And range lookup is what? Did you get this, guys? Everyone? Understood?
Yes.
Now, how to go for looking at the social security number? VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? What's the table array? Which is the column index? Yes, you got it here. Why it is coming NA? Thus employees IDs are not in this table. How to go for VLOOKUP to get the phone number? VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? What's the table array? Right? What is the column index for the phone number? Range lookup is? How to look for the state? What's the lookup value? What's the table array? What is the column index for the state?
7.
And range lookup is what? Did you understand, guys? Again, what is VLOOKUP? This is vertical lookup. What are the criteria of the VLOOKUP? Sorry? Criteria is going to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? What is the first? Lookup value. Second one is what?
Table array.
Third one is what?
Column index.
Column index.
Fourth one is what?
Range lookup.
Lookup range.
Very good, guys. Those are online. I'm very, very happy with you. So, if you tell me what is the lookup, if you tell me this, put a apostrophe. Okay. In this, tell me what is the lookup value? What is the table array?
EMP info.
Yes or no? What is this column index? And
0.
right. Now tell me, in this case, what is that lookup value? What is that? Table array.
Yes,
Info. What is that? Column index.
7.
What is the range lookup?
0.
Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
How much you understood this? How much you understood this, guys? Fully or partially?
Fully.
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 Shall we go for a test now, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a real time work. Customer ID is given, loan account number is given, account opening date is given, loan type is what? Personal loan, loan amount, how much balance they have, and days past due. How many days they have covered not making the payment. Understood now? Right. Bureau file is given, customer ID with their civil score and the default flag, whether they're defaulted or whether they are good customer. Yes means bad customer, no means good customer. Okay. Another table is given here where it is given customer information like the customer ID, the gender of this customer, age of this customer, and which state they belong into. Who is belonging from Maharashtra, some people are from Karnataka, some people from Tamil Nadu, like that. It is all given the information, right? What is been asked to you to get here is that you have to get the complete information besides to this. For example, this is given as what? These informations, yes or no? We'll say get full information about customers. Get the full information about customers. Right? So how to go for looking at? You want to get the civil score and you want to get what? The default flag information? Yes or no? How to get this? We look up. Lookup value is what? Customer ID? Yes or no? In which table will go for doing this? Bureau file information. Which column is going to give the civil score? Second, range lookup is what? 0. And you're taking from what? O to Q, column range. You're not selecting by data range. Then you don't have to fix this. If you drag this here, did you get the bureau information is coming? How to get the default flag? What do you write here? We look up. What is the lookup value? Right? Now, what will do here? This lookup value will be going as what? What is the table array? Yes or no? Which is the column for default flag? And range lookup is 0. Did you get all this information, guys? Now you want to get what? Customer gender, age, and state code information, right? Where do you want to get this? What is the lookup value? Sorry, customer ID. What's the table array? Yes or no? Which is the gender column? Second and 0. Are you getting this? We look up. What's the lookup value? What is this table array? Which is the column index? Does it make sense to all of you? How to go for this? What is the lookup value? What's the table array? Which is the column index for state code, guys? And does it make sense to all of you? Did you get this? So now we got the complete information about the customer, their bureau information, the customer personal information, along with accounts performance information. Combined together, we got the complete information out here. Yes or no? Clear now? Okay. Now, guys, we need to talk about VLOOKUP scenario number 2. What is VLOOKUP scenario number 2? I'll tell you now here. What is it given here? Student name. Is it duplicate? Yes. Why is it duplicate? Because of different subjects. How much they have scored. This is given what? Student name and subject wise. You want to get the score? Yes or no? When you go for score, what comes to your mind? I'll write VLOOKUP. What would be my lookup value? This is my lookup value, right? What is my table array? This is my table array. I'm not selecting the data range. I'm taking the column range. Which is the column for the score? And range lookup is 0. Yes or no? If I do so, what is happening, guys? Tell me. Score with range lookup 0. What is happening, guys? Here, tell me. It is taking the first record of this. Yes or no? First record of Estella. So Elizabeth. First record of Estella is coming. first record of, what is his name? Nathaniel is coming. What is the first record of Shamna is coming? Can you see this? Yes or no? When you say range lookup equal to 0, that means when you say range lookup equal to 0, it is going to take the first record of each if the duplication is there. That means exact match. So we call range lookup 0 as what? As what, guys? Exact match by first record. Yes or no? Are you getting it? Now we'll talk about range lookup now with 1. This is called approximate match by last record. So what does it mean? It will go for taking the last record of each name. Can you see this? Can you see this, guys? How would you go for getting this? You write VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? What's the table array? Which is the column index? 3. Range lookup is 1, not 0. If I do so, what I'm seeing? The last record is coming. Yes or no, guys? But in both the cases, when the duplication is there, is it giving right output? It is not giving right output. Are you getting this, guys? Everyone, those are online.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Does it give you the right output?
No, sir.
No, no,
It's
sir.
not giving right output. So we need to understand whether we should go for range lookup as 0 or range lookup as 1. But in this case, it is not right. Do a paste special and make it values. Now let me put it here in this way. This is my table. Yes or no? This is the another table is given. Yes or no? Where it has been asked to get the score. Correct? From where? From this table. We need to understand the student name is duplicate because of what? Subject. Can we make them as unique column? We can create unique column by what? By concatenating ampersand to this cell value. So we got Brianna Excel, Brianna Python, Brianna SAS, Brianna Tableau. These are all unique records now. Yes or no, guys? Here, when you go for making VLOOKUP, right? What will you do here? You will write VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP with what? Lookup value as this, ampersand this. This is my lookup value. The tabular is not for all, from O to P. Got it? Which is the column index then? 2 and range lookup is 0. Now you get the right output. Yes or no? Understood? So importance of range lookup 0 means exact match. If the duplication happens, it will take the first record. Range lookup 1 means approximate match. If the duplication happens, it will take the last record. Understood? But we have to make it unique so that we can get the actual output here. Clear? I will have a test. Ready for the test, guys, everyone? Right? Now tell me, is the brand duplicate here? What you'll do first? You'll first go for making this and select Audi. Is Audi duplicate? Because of what? Country. Does country duplicate?
Mm.
Because
Yes,
of
sir.
what? Yeah. If I really want to make a unique column, what will I do now? I will concatenate all 3 columns. Yes or no?
Yes.
What I'll do first? Create a unique column. How would you go for creating the unique column? This, ampersand this, ampersand this. Does it make sense to all of you? Understood? Right.
Yes.
Same thing over here also. If you want to get the units to this table, how to get that? You like VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP lookup value is what? This, ampersand country, ampersand year. Over what? Over my AD to AE. What is the column index? 2. Range lookup is what? Does it make sense to all of you? Understood now? Shall we go for a test? Guys, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
We'll say test for range lookup. Ready, guys, for the test? Okay. Now tell me car brands. Tell me one car brand name. Toyota. Yes or no? Right. Toyota has been sold out in different countries. Right? What is the country? India. Can you see this? Japan, Singapore, and Malaysia. Can you see this, guys? This is called year when the sales happened. 2020. Understood? Same thing also replicated here for 2021. Are you getting it? Same thing also replicated here for 2022. Yes or no? Everyone. Same thing also replicated here for 2023. Does it make sense? Are you getting this? Right. Now the same brand for Hyundai. Are you getting this? Same is happened for Tata. Right? This is given how many units has been sold out. That is given as what? Random between 100 to 900 multiplied by 10. Did you understand, guys? Pay spatial and say values. Are you getting it? Now, those brands has given the price. Right? Price in what? Thousands. Is this clear? What is it given here? In thousands. Which is random between 100 to 900 multiplied by 10. So this means the price is going to be in what? 84 lakhs, 39 lakhs, something like that. The price is given of the car. Understood? Understood now, guys? Now, it has been asked to get the, it is called, this the table is given. Yes or no? You have been asked to get the price. How do you get the price? You will get the price from this table. Yes or no? How will you get this price from the table? You need to first create what? Unique column. So how do you go for creating this unique column? Tell me. How to go for creating unique column? What will you do first in this case? You will concatenate this ampersand this
Yeah.
ampersand here. Does it make sense to all of you? How to get the price? VLOOKUP. In VLOOKUP, what is the lookup value? This ampersand this ampersand here. Yes or no? What is the table array? J to K. Clear? Which is the column index? 2. What is the range lookup? Does it make sense to get the price? How will you calculate the sales? What will do here? Units to be multiplied with price. Making sense to all of you? And the sales would be what? Thousands. Yes or no, guys? Everyone, tell me. Is it that difficult to understand? Range lookup equal to 0 means what? Exact match. Range lookup is equal to 1 means approximate match. What is exact match? If my name is given Dev 5 times, exact match will take Dev's first record. Approximate match will take Dev's last record. What we should always use? First record. We are using 0. That is why we call false. True means 1, false means 0. We will always use VLOOKUP, range lookup as what? 0 or false. Understood? Those are online. Are you able to understand, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes, sir.
good. Very good. Now I really feel like, guys, you should take a 10 minutes break and come back. We are all meeting at 9:50. Fine. So we understand about VLOOKUP now. Now what we will do now, guys, here is that we'll go for understanding what is the use of match function. Okay. Could you please tell me if I write W here, right? W in this particular header, which is the column index for W? Can anyone tell me? 1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, and 7. You know what? Rather doing it manually, I can use match function. I can take this lookup value as W. I can look for this lookup array here. Then I can say the match type is equal to 0. It is what doing? Match function is going for looking at this lookup value is W, searching this W position in the lookup array, and then the match type is equal to 0. If I do the same thing for Mahesh, how should I go for doing this? What is the lookup value if I say match of what? Mahesh. What is the lookup array? This is my lookup array. I will say match type is equal to 0. Is given 7. Yes or no, guys? Did you understand how to use a match function? We use match function with 3 criteria. What are those criteria? Lookup value, then lookup array. Third one is what? Match type. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Right. What is lookup value? What is this match type? And now coming back to this, in this case, what is the lookup value? N. What is that? Lookup array. A 14. What's the match type? Are you getting it? So this is the position by what? You can say position by column. This is the position by row. Making sense to all of you guys? How match function works? Everyone? Can you tell me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I want to get the position for SAS and position for the student whose name is Ramesh. What should I write here? Match. What's the lookup value?
Yes.
What's the lookup array? Match type is? What is here? Match. Match of what? What is the lookup array? What's the match type? Are you getting it? Did you understand, guys, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now understand, we will use VLOOKUP. It is given what? Student name. It is given application base, Excel, VBA, SQL, Python, SAS, Tableau, Power BI, Big Data and Machine Learning. How much they have scored? You have been asked, let's say, to get the values like this. Somebody given the value to get the student name and the subject wise their score you want to get from this table. Yes or no? How do you go for VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP, what's the lookup value? What's the table array? Yes or no? Which is the column index for Power BI? Can anyone tell me? Which is the column index for Power BI?
8.
8.
It is 8. And range lookup is always what? 0. If I do so, I get the value. Yes or no? What we'll do here, how to fix this? I'll go for making this fixed. Right, guys? Understood? Instead of this 8, can I use a match function? Match of what? Power BI. Over what? I do it here, guys. Match of what? Power BI. Lookup array is what? And match type is 0. Understood to all? Right? When you drag this N1 to O1 to P1, what is fixed here? Row 1. When you select A1 to J1, what is fixed here? Lookup array is fixed. Yes or no? When you drag this down, it is going from M2 to M3 to M4. What is fixed here? Column M.
Column fixed.
If you drag this to the right, you get this complete output is coming. Understood? You don't have to do it manually now. Are you getting this? Guys, this is very important. I do it one more time. I will write VLOOKUP. What is the lookup value? What's the table array? Then the column index, how will you get this? Match of Power BI. What is the lookup array? All the header. Match type is 0 and the range lookup is 0. Yes or no? Understood? When I'll drag it down, it will go from M2 to M3 to M4. What is fixed here? Column M. My table array is also what? Fixed. When I drag it, is going for N1. It will go to O1, P1, Q1, R1. What is fixed here? Row 1 is fixed. What is fixed here? My lookup array, which is A1 to J1, that is not going to change. If I drag this to the right, to the down, I get my output. Are you getting this, guys, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now we need to understand how to explain this. Now let's explain this too. Go on mute. If you say VLOOKUP, that stands for vertical. Guys, please go on mute. Okay. Please go on mute, guys. Somebody is there online who is not mute. Please go on mute. Yes, perfect. What's the criteria first? Lookup value. Second one is what? Third one is what, guys? And then it is. Are you getting it? Are you getting this, guys, everyone? In this case, what is the lookup value? What is this table array? What is this column index? The match function. What is the range lookup? Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Do you understand this? Understood? Okay. Now let's do this here. It is given the brand which has been sold out in multiple countries. What I'll do here, let's say this brand should be interchanged. Okay. You have been asked this brand wise, country wise, sales units, you need to put it here. How to do that? VLOOKUP. This is the lookup value. What's the table array? This is my table array. Yes or no? What is the column index? You will use match. Match of what? Canada. What is the lookup array? Match type is 0. Range lookup is 0. Understood? What is fixed if you go from AN2 to AN3? What is fixed here? What is fixed here? What is fixed here? What is fixed here? Does it make sense to all of you guys? Understood? So in this, again, I want to ask you this, guys. If you look at this, tell me, what is the lookup value? What is the lookup value? Tell me.
AN2.
AN2. And why this column AN is fixed? Because it is going from AN2 to AN3 to AN4. So column AN is fixed for all. Then what is the table array? What is the table array?
A1 to AKLM.
Right. What is the column index? What is the column index, guys? And what is the is? Understood? Created?